Let's review number 7 from our exam. Number 7 is a dichotomous key. Dichotomous keys are these tables that you see here that will give you lots of information that leads you to the name of a specific organism. So this one says this dichotomous key can be used to identify conifers. So it's a type of a pine tree, cone trees, okay? Based on this key, which of these best describes the leaves and cones of the longleaf pine? So we are specifically looking at the longleaf pine in this question, okay? And what we're going to do here in order to see what descriptions lead us to the longleaf pine is we're going to have to go backwards. We're going to have to highlight all of the descriptions that led us there, double check, and then see which answer choice is best. So the longleaf pine falls under 7B. 7B says, leaves mostly over 25 centimeters long and no thorns on the cones. So what led us to 7 was, if you look over here, 6B. And 6B says straight leaves that are more than 13 centimeters long. So we know that the longleaf pine has that as well. What led us to 6B was up here, which is 5A. The leaves are mostly in 3 in a cluster. What led us to 5A was right here above that, 4B. Leaves 2 or 3 in a cluster. What led us to 4 was way up here, which was 3A, 2 to 5 leaves in a cluster. Obviously, there's leaves in a cluster here. And then what led us to 3 was 2A, leaves are in clusters. What led us to 2A was number 1A, which is leaves are needle-like. So it looks like the longleaf pine is needle-like with leaves in clusters. It looks like they are in 3 of a cluster. They're straight leaves that are more than 13 centimeters long, and they have no thorns on their cones. So let's read the answer choices. A says, needle-like straight leaves are mostly over 25 centimeters long. So yes, yes, and yes. Found in clusters of 3, no thorns on the cones. That sounds pretty good. Let's read the others. B says flattened and scale-like. We never saw anything like that. C says needle-like, length of 25 centimeters, which is actually, could be true, yes. They're mostly found in clusters of 5. That's not really right. And thorny cones, no, there's no thorns. That's not it. D says leaves with a length of 25 centimeters. Okay, maybe. Found in clusters of more than 5. I think they're in 3. No thorns on the cones, so that's true too. But the clusters are going to be in 3, so that's not our answer. Our answer is A, because we have needle-like straight leaves, which was up here. We have mostly over 25 centimeters long, which is here. And found in clusters of 3, which is here. And no thorns on the cones, which is here. So that's going to be our answer to this question.